They thought I wouldn't notice. That stepping into my backyard without permission wouldn't matter. But they forgot. I had cameras, timestamps, and the law on my side. What started as a harmless HOA inspection turned into a trespassing case that made the whole neighborhood talk. This is how I caught my HOA red-handed, and how the judge made them regret ever touching my gate. I've lived in this neighborhood for 8 years. Quiet streets, friendly neighbors, and an HOA that mostly stuck to newsletters and annual fees. Until new management came in. They were young, overconfident, and obsessed with aesthetic compliance. You'd think they were running a military base, not a cul-de-sac. It started when I replaced my old wooden fence. Same height, same property line, just cleaner. Modern vinyl, easier to maintain. No rules broken. A week later, I got a letter. Fence replacement in violation of community standards. Must submit approval form within 10 days or face fines. I checked the bylaws. It clearly said, fences located on owned property are the homeowner's responsibility. So, I replied politely, attached photos, and quoted their own document. Silence. Then one Friday afternoon, I saw something strange on my security app. 2 men in HOA polos walking straight into my backyard. No call, no knock. They unlatched the side gate, stepped inside, and started measuring my fence with a tape. One took photos, the other pointed at panels. They stayed for 15 minutes, then left. When I came home, my gate latch was bent, and there were muddy footprints by the flower bed. I was furious. I called the HOA office. Their manager said calmly, "We were conducting an inspection of the shared boundary area." I told her, "That's private property." Her answer,
"Our rules allow us to inspect common borders, except—"
My fence wasn't on a common border. It was fully inside my property line, verified by the county map. So I filed a police report for trespassing. And I sent the footage to my lawyer. He watched it once and said, "This isn't an inspection. This is a break-in with a clipboard." We drafted a formal cease and desist letter citing trespass and property damage. We also requested compensation for the broken latch and emotional distress. The HOA ignored it. A week later, they doubled down, sent me another letter calling my police report harassment. That was their mistake. So, we filed a civil lawsuit, trespassing, property damage, violation of privacy. I sent them the official notice myself, slipped into their drop box at the clubhouse. The same office where their inspection team had planned my little surprise visit. For once, they went quiet. 2 months later, we walked into court. It wasn't dramatic, just a small hearing room, a judge, my lawyer, and the HOA's attorney who looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. The HOA president sat at their table, arms crossed, pretending confidence. My lawyer began, "Your Honor, this is a simple case. My client's fence is private property. HOA members entered without consent, damaged the gate, and were caught on video. Then we played the footage. You could hear a pin drop. The video showed the gate opening, the tape measure snapping out, the camera clicking. The judge paused it halfway and turned to the HOA's lawyer. Do you deny that's your client? The lawyer stuttered. We were performing a compliance check. The judge raised an eyebrow. On private property? Without notice? That's not compliance. That's trespassing. From that moment, the tone changed completely. The judge ruled in my favor on every count. The HOA was ordered to pay for the damage to my gate, reimburse all legal fees, issue a written apology. And the best part, the judge added this clause. No HOA representative may enter this property again without written consent. Future violations will result in criminal trespass charges. That line hit harder than any fine they ever wrote. When the ruling came through, word spread fast. Neighbors who'd stayed silent about their own HOA troubles suddenly started asking for copies of my lawyer's letter. 2 of the board members resigned within a month. The new management? Let's just say they keep their distance. Now every time I see that white fence shining in the sunlight, it reminds me of something simple. Power only works when people let it. They thought I'd be scared of a title, a rule book, and a few letters. Instead, I made them answer to a judge. And now the only thing they inspect is their mailbox for legal notices. If you've ever dealt with an HOA that went too far, this story should remind you. Silence helps them, not you. Document everything. Know your rights. And when they cross the line, don't argue. Just show them the evidence. and let the court handle the rest. Like, subscribe, and share if you believe homeowners should never have to fight for the right to their own property. Because fences don't just protect yards, they protect peace.